no hiding and negotiating with your woman. Someone is going to have to confront the burglars, and that person is going to be me in 100% of scenarios. Me with a woman, 100% of scenarios, I'm going down to confront the burglars. Now, this guy...
You see, and there are some females who will tell you, like, we should be equal, and we should both handle the burglar. 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on another episode of Jesus Talks. Today's going to be a special day because today, Andrew Tate has responded. The Alpha Sigma male. Yo, what do you want? You want to be part of the show? All right. We'll get you in the show for a bit. She wants attention. She wants attention. All right. You're getting your little moment in the spotlight. Oh, big girl. Big girl. All right. It's my dog Zelda. She wanted a little moment in the spotlight. So let's move on with the show, shall we? All right. So XQC, this is the video we're going to react to today. XQC exposed by Tate brothers during emergency meeting. So, you know, all the content that we've been making thus far, it's going to sum up the Tate brothers. Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate are going to sum it up. And me and Zelda are going to react to them, all right? Together, like a team, right? Give me paw. Give me paw. No, give me the paw. Good girl. There you go. Solid paw. Relax.
To be on Twitch, because you need to help these people. I think the people who you're actually talking to, Aiden Ross is pretty base, and I think he sees the light, and he needs some coaching. I'm happy to hang out with the guy. A few of the other people you were talking to, I think they're beyond fixing. But the fact that they command audiences of hundreds of thousands of young men who idolize them and wish to be like them, I feel like you need to be on Twitch, because I feel like this audience of lost young men who are going to grow up with bad, poisonous ideas need a voice like yours, maybe a voice like mine, that older brother kind of voice to talk to them and to tell.
See, that's also a big part of why this show actually exists, because, you know, I've been consuming a lot of Andrew Tate videos, and I've been consuming a lot of Red Pill in the last 6 months, Fresh and Fit podcast and all this. It's really been popping up on my feed because I watch it a lot. I'm not gonna lie, and the truth is that there is a certain level at which you consume so much of it in which it can become toxic. And you don't have a real sensible average Joe to really be able to dissect it the way I do. So, you know, that's where I come in and I provide my value, because I'm just like you, bro. I like these videos. And if you're watching this video, guess what? I targeted you, bro. And you're watching this because I fucking thumbnailed that shit and figured out how to get you to watch and click this video. So, yes, after you've been manipulated, now we can join together. And we can figure out what they're saying and dissect what they're saying together. And that's why the show exists. So he's right, bro. There's a lot of people with the wrong ideas. And I like to get both perspectives. I'm a very skeptical person, but I'm also a healthy, self-aware person as well.
About how the world really works. So I don't remember the guy's name. Apparently he's super famous. But I watched this podcast. And am I right? This guy was saying, in hypothetical scenarios, you and your girl are upstairs in your house, someone breaks in, who goes downstairs to confront the burglars? He started coming up with hypotheticals that his girl was a super soldier and might be a better shot than him, and they negotiate who goes downstairs to confront the people who broke into the house. And like, Andrew, was that guy an actor? Was he an actor? Was he trolling you? Tell me, you spoke to the guy. I watched it. I thought he was.
You see, he's talking about XQC, bro, the blonde guy in the last video, and XQC, apparently he's just like that. He just talks like that and stutters a lot and just gets really, really, really amped up and reactionary. Should guys really be listening to him? I guess that's the real question. Should guys really be listening to his advice at all? He is a smart, logical person. But that being said, his feelings get in the way, and he lacks the ability to communicate properly. That's it. That's it. Really, beyond anything else, that's really his biggest weakness, I'd say, in the videos that I've watched.
Making fun first. No, I'm going to survive. What, and let your woman die? Because I obviously have never broken into anyone's house. But if you understand what a house break-in is, they're breaking in to steal shit. If they're downstairs, they're coming upstairs, because that's where the good shit is. There is no hiding and negotiating with your woman. Someone is going to have to confront the burglars, and that person is going to be me in 100% of scenarios. Me with a woman, 100% of scenarios, I'm going down to confront the burglars. Now, this guy...
You see, and there are some females who will tell you, like, we should be equal, and we should both handle the burglar. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. Like, if that's the dynamic of your relationship, then that's fine. That makes sense. Remember, we have to know how we want to act, and we have to make that known to our partner so that they can respect our decision, right? Or you know, it's always best to just work things out, right? Work things out, figure them out in the relationship. And I think the masculine mentality, the more traditional mentality, is obviously to protect your family, to protect your woman at all costs, even if you have to give up your own life to do so. That's why you chose to be with her. If you're not willing to do that, then I don't think you made the right choice. But that's on you, and that's just how I see the dynamic of the relationship.
Okay. I think he was trolling you, and he must have been making it up.
No, Twitch is important for me because there's a lot of people on Twitch who need my help. I'm sent from another dimension. I call myself Morpheus, saying I'm hacking the Matrix, but you can say it's a CERN wormhole.
This man called himself Morpheus, bro. He really takes the Matrix thing, bro. It's just to the next level with the whole, like, with all the analogies, with the trolling, bro. Oh, God damn it. Look at this. Look at this. All right, we got to fix this. Oh, all right. Plugged in. Plugged back in.
Or wherever you want to call it.
It is the wormhole.
I'm from another dimension, and I'm here to help the young men of the world.
Good.
It's amazing to me that young men will sit on Twitch and play video games all day long and spend all of their time trying to amass virtual currency so that they can spend that virtual currency becoming as big, strong, rich, important as possible. But in the real world,
video games.
In video games. But in the real world, they don't do the exact same thing. You're supposed to amass currency, and you're supposed to use your time cleverly to upgrade your character.
IRL.
Life is a video game. You don't need the games in and of themselves.
In real time.
And I have nothing against the guys I've been twitching with, but you're right. There's a very, very strange worldview where a man has no fundamental duty and no innate responsibility to defend a female who he loves in the event of a house break-in. Once you stand there and say, well, she might be a better shot than me, that is the biggest cop-out BS.
Well, his girlfriend is not a police officer. She's a Twitch streamer. His girlfriend is not an army super soldier. She's a Twitch streamer. I Googled who his girlfriend was.
Correct. And
so why was he saying this?
And that's the point. So
you see, the point that he's trying to make, and I'll make it for him, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have the same outlook, is that the guy, like you said, it's a coping mechanism. The reason why when he was giving an analogy just to make a point, it's an analogy, it's a made up scenario. He liked to throw in other made up scenarios on top of the made up scenarios to just prove his point, kind of like forcing his point. And it's just an analogy, bro. You don't got to do all that. You don't got to do all that. All right. Clearly, there are certain scenarios, certain cases, but it doesn't disprove the rule. And I think that's one of the most important things that you have to understand, even when you're communicating with somebody. When somebody's trying to explain something to you, they're trying to make it easy and simple for you to understand. That's it. Stop trying to throw other irrelevant shit, because there's a point that's trying to be made. And the more shit you try to throw in to an analogy, the more you're steering away from the conversation, the more you're steering away from the actual question that you guys are trying to answer together.
It's actually a very dangerous worldview where men have no duty and no responsibility, because the only thing that keeps the only thing that keeps the world functioning is when men have duty and responsibility to doing the hard things they're not supposed to do because they are men in and of itself. That's the reason it's women and children first on the lifeboat. The problem with the world today is that not enough men feel this duty. And this is a person with a huge influence, a huge channel, trying to broadcast and convince the world that you have no innate responsibility as a man. And I disagree with that. Also, we were disagreeing on the fact about women and how women should act in respect. He was saying that I was fearful for my girl to go to a club. It's not about that. It's not about fear. It's about respect. And you was recently highlighted in the super chat we got earlier on that his chick is dancing on some other dude.
Yeah. In fact, that's bad.
That's
bad.
Well, is that respectful?
Well, I feel like he has to. Now I understand why he was defending this.
You see, this is my only problem with Tate. I guess this is the only real L Tate that Andrew Tate can't take, is the fact that it is acting out of fear, bro. If you feel like your woman going to a club is innate dangerous, right? you feel like you're risking something. There is a certain sense of fear and a duty that's called upon that, right? And that's where he was talking about is territorialism. I feel territorial around my girl going to a club, and I don't want other guys invading my territory, right? Because I've claimed that. I've earned that. So that does come from a place of I don't want to lose that, right? So it is a sense of fear. You have to be self-aware of that, even though it comes with a greater duty, and it goes hand in hand.
This ridiculous behavior so fervently, because I mean, well, this is fine.
I mean, we don't know the context. We don't know if they're together.
Andrew, I am your best friend. If your girl tried to dance with me like that, I'd push her the fuck over.
Yeah, no, but we would never be able to go through.
Obviously.
But my point is, like, maybe they weren't together. Maybe this is an old movie. Like, let's be fair.
I don't know.
We don't know. Because we just found out this. We're being fair. But I don't think that's a respectful way for a girlfriend to act if she was with him. And the point we're making is, the point I was trying to make at the time is about respect. It's not just about...
Nah, bro. You see, if that's not his girl, if that's not him and that's his girl, and they're together at that moment, bro, nah, bro. That's not acceptable at all. There's no way that's not acceptable. There's nothing she can really say that's coming to my head right now. That's acceptable, bro. She's for the streets. She's absolutely for the streets.
He tried to say it was about fear. It's nothing to do with fear. It's about respect, setting boundaries as a man and being respected. I come along and I try and teach men to level themselves up, be confident, be strong, understand the true reality of the world, make sure that you have imperatives which suit your narrative, make sure you have parameters which prevent you from being disrespected and ending up being sad and lonely like most men do.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and all those things are W's. Why? Because he's planning. He's planning. He's making sure that the people that he selects to be around him in the 24 hours that he has every single day, he selects the people that's going to be around him. He implements that trust in them. How do they gain that trust from him? That's how your mentality comes in, and you have to be smart enough to know, hey, these are the people I have around me. This is the way they're going to act. and hold up 1 second. Go. So let's finish listening.
And tries to argue against all of my points. And every single point he argued against, I guarantee you, if anyone here is curious or doesn't believe me, if you would agree with his worldview above mine, you will end up fucking miserable. The dude is a Twitch streamer. He makes a bunch of money with no actual, he doesn't need any physicality. He doesn't need any formidability. No. He doesn't need anything. Great. He's in a very fortunate situation. For most men out here, you need to be able to go through some shit to become something.
Bro, just go downstairs. Well, but if you're watching XQC, just go downstairs, bro. Your house got broken into. You're the man. Just go downstairs. Your girl is not a super soldier. We just saw her dancing there. She's clearly not G.I. Jane. Yeah. Go downstairs and try to save your household and try to save your wife.
G.I. Jane, bro. Why'd that go why'd my head, bro? Why'd that go over my head? They really go hard. They really go hard, bro. They trying to be savages.
I think that Twitch is like an untapped resource. I feel like I can really help men by being on Twitch. That's why I do these Twitches, and I hope that when I do them, I sit there and I talk to men and I explain, look, you're wasting all your time leveling up a video game instead of leveling up yourself. Look, these people you idolize on Twitch may be very good at video games, but their worldview is not going to translate well into the real world. They're very, very fortunate. They've effectively won.
Here's the thing about video games, man. Here's the thing. Here's the truth about Twitch, all right? It's how you market yourself. It's how you're able to be uniquely yourself every single day and grind. So there is a hustle to it, right? There is a certain level of understanding that you gain from streaming, from just doing something different, doing something creatively different. And you're exercising that skill and you're exercising that muscle every single day. And if people are watching you, that means you're providing something of value to them, right? If you're watching this stream, it's because you enjoy what I have to say inherently, or you just completely disagree with it and you just want to listen to somebody that you disagree with. So these are important things to take into consideration when you listen to him speak, because there are definitely many different ways in which we can do it. But if you're sitting there, if you're Twitch streaming or you're gaming in order to escape like certain things that you should be dealing with, that's where it becomes detrimental.
the lottery. And if you're going to go through life thinking, I don't need to be strong and I don't need to protect a woman and she can go downstairs and you're going to live a good life without Twitch fame and Twitch money, you are fucked. As a man, you need to become hard to kill, and you need to become the kind of person who can deal with trauma, setbacks. You need to be the kind of person who is competent in all realms. You're not going to do that following the advice that these men give. That's why I appear from another fucking dimension to save all of you. Top G, like a superhero. And when I was doing the Twitch streams, I was amazed. I was really amazed at the worldviews these men have. And if they weren't Twitch streamers, they would perpetually fail because you cannot be a successful man with their worldview.
No, you can't. And yeah, and he probably has enough money to hire a bunch of security guards, and he'll never find himself.
See, he's wrong. He's wrong, man. I gotta give him another L, bro. He said you cannot be successful with their worldview, and they are successful. You know what I'm saying? You can be successful. Like I said, it's about having a plan and a strategy and executing on it every single day, over and over and over again, building that consistency. You can have any worldview, bro. But the truth is that you just should not hide or run away from yourself. That's the most important aspect of it. Don't hide and run away from the things you know you should be doing. That's what you should really take from that.
In that situation, but the hundreds of thousands of people watching him, you know, he's living in America saying, oh, what kind of weird circumstance is that someone tries to rape your girl? Oh, what? You mean the country with the highest rape in the first world? Like, what kind of hypothetical situation is that? And you're not going to defend your woman? You're going to run away like a coward? That's never been who we are. That's never been who we are.
So, did he really say, did XQC really say if someone was going to, that he would not defend his girl in that situation? I didn't hear him say that. But that's wild, bro. That's wild.
I fought to defend you. When people try and start on you, I'll attack people. And you're my brother. I can't hang around with people with that mindset. The people you care about are always worth defending. And as a man, you have to do that.
You have to do it. And it's actually...
You see, and that's that level of loyalty. And that's that level of... Those are the people that you really want to have in your life. For me, I'm lucky enough to have been blessed with a certain family member. Honestly, my cousin. Shout out to my cousin, bro. He has shown me and inherently taught me that kind of loyalty. And how important that is, bro. I don't think there's anything stronger than that kind of relationship you have with another man or a brother or a cousin or friend that you've built over time. No real stronger bond, really, to be completely honest. Even if you have a girlfriend, like there's just that level of loyalty you can have with a brother. You get what I'm saying? That you can't have with a woman. And there's that same level of loyalty you can have with a woman that you can't have with a brother. So it's important. It's important to surround yourself with the right people, bro. And you got to be putting in that work. You can't just expect these things. You got to be willing to show that, yo, you're that person that's worth being loyal to.
It's actually quite telling because
it's sad.
It's sad.
It's sad.
What the problem is with a man, the problem is being a coward as a man makes you absolutely useless. You can be big and strong. Doesn't matter if you're a coward. You can be rich. Doesn't matter if you're a coward.
I don't hang around with cowards.
I don't hang around with cowards because cowards have no net benefit in an unfortunate situation. Why would you be friends with a guy when everything's going well? He can party in the club, drink bottles, fuck girls, everything's going well. But the second things go negative, he's going to allow you to die and he's going to run away. Why are you his friend? Fun. And I also made another point on these streams. I think it was on the Dave Portnoy BFF podcast I just did. I made a point. Birds of a feather flock together. The only people who roll with cowards are fucking cowards themselves.
Yeah.
Anyone who's a G rolls with G's. If you come...
Exactly. Bro, it's true. Listen, you're a direct reflection off the people you hang around with, right? That's what a lot of successful people say. So if you're hanging around other cowards, if you hear your boy saying that, oh, he's dogging his friend's girl, right? Don't be surprised when he does that to you, bro. Don't be surprised. And if you're that guy who's doing those things, switch the fuck up, bro. Change, because nobody should be around you. You're a fucking scumbag. Unless you want to be a scumbag, then do you, bro. Then do you.
On me and my team, we either all die or nobody dies. That's how it works. There's none of this shit. None of us are running away. We don't care if we're outnumbered. Don't care if you have weapons and we don't. We all die or nobody dies.
Those 7 dudes who I attacked for sitting on the car, there were 7 of them. Like 3 of them froze in fear. Why are you not helping your boys out when Tristan Tate's punching them in the face? Like, I mean,
you see, bro, yo, I saw that clip. I saw that clip of Tristan Tate. Somebody was sitting on his Bugatti or his car or whatever, or Lambo. I don't fucking know. Somebody was sitting on his car, and bro, he pieced him up, bro, just for sitting on his car, bro. And listen, anybody that sits on my car, bro, or tries to touch my car or key my car or some shit, bro, if I catch you doing that, you're catching hands. And I'm from New York. I'm not just saying that shit, bro. I'm trained to throw hands. So my discipline will keep me from truly harming you. But for the most part, I use my discipline as a sense of self-defense. All right. But when some dude's trying to disrespect you, bro, in the streets, bro, sometimes you gotta hold it down, bro. You gotta hold it down.
I know you were in the wrong. Your friends were in the wrong sitting on my car, but like, you're just going to let your friends get sparked. I mean, I was ready to fight everybody.
The dudes and promoting cowardice to the internet is something that's been happening for a long time. It's something he's doing, and I am the antidote. So
it's not cool.
It's not cool.
And he needs help.
And he's a nice guy, but he has plenty.
Here's my thing is I don't think you should really approach those situations like, you're willing to die, bro, because, there's family members and you're responsible for everybody. So you should really approach the situations as, let me make sure my boy is safe no matter what I have to do. I think that's the most reasonable way to go about it. No matter what I have to do to make sure my boy is safe, that's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to dip. Because you never know, bro. Those dudes could have had knives. They could have guns. They could have been about dying too, bro. And then you'd be dead over somebody sitting on your Lambo and your Bugatti. So you gotta be careful. You gotta judge and assess accordingly. And I think Tristan Tate he's just that guy, bro. He's willing to die, bro. He knows he's a warrior. But I think the main point is just don't abandon your boys in that scenario. Don't abandon your boys. Don't freeze up. And don't surround yourself with people that are going to freeze up.
Money, he should come to me and say, look, I have plenty of money. How do I become the man? I have unlimited money, unlimited time. Andrew, help me. And I will help him. And he will change as an individual when he wakes up and he's no longer afraid to go downstairs. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying don't have an adrenaline rush. I'm not saying don't be nervous, of course. But pull the strap and go and fucking defend your house. That's the whole point. To be a man and sit there and start having a negotiation with your female about who a better shot is ridiculous. Yeah. And it's not even something you can half entertain. And I think the world knows that. The whole internet knows that. It's fine. But it's amazing that I've had to come from another dimension to point out the very fucking basics of masculinity. It's crazy.
To be completely honest, I don't agree. I don't agree that you shouldn't have that conversation. I agree that you should have that. I think that every couple should have that conversation. That way, if it does happen, then you already know where you already know your viewpoints. You already know where you're falling on, right? So it's like, it's not detrimental to be having those conversations with your partner. I think it's an open line of communication. It's understanding her point of view, your point of view, and where you guys can come to a compromise and an agreement, right? Like, these are all common points that I'm saying, bro. And this is just exactly what I'm analyzing. So thank you for joining me on this episode of Jesus Talks. Peace out.